Hello, today dare I say Publishing is proud to present an excerpt with our expert from our new release, Zero Waste Maximum Impact, a practical guide to sustainable living by Ainsley Fox. Understanding Zero Waste. At a glance. What is zero waste? Zero waste is a lifestyle and philosophy aimed at minimizing waste by rethinking how we consume, use and dispose of resources. It involves shifting from a linear model of take, make, dispose to a circular model where products are reused, repurposed, and recycled to extend their life cycle. The 5 R's of zero waste. Refuse, say no to unnecessary items, packaging, and freebies that contribute to waste. Reduce, cut down on consumption by choosing fewer, more sustainable products. Reuse, repurpose items, and use them multiple times before discarding them. Recycle. Recycle materials responsibly and only when no other option is viable. Rot. Compost organic waste to enrich the soil and reduce landfill waste. Key principles. Sustainability. Focus on eco-friendly alternatives that reduce environmental impact. Mindful consumption. Make thoughtful choices based on need, quality, and longevity. Waste hierarchy. Prioritize waste reduction over recycling. Prevention is the first line of defense. Zero waste living isn't about perfection. Zero waste living is about progress, not perfection. It's a journey of small, sustainable changes that can lead to meaningful results. Every effort, no matter how small, contributes to a cleaner, more sustainable future. The goal. While living 100% waste-free may not be realistic for everyone, the goal is to reduce waste as much as possible through intentional, mindful practices and thoughtful decision-making. Definition and philosophy behind zero waste living. Definition of zero waste living. Zero waste living is a lifestyle and environmental movement aimed at reducing the amount of waste we produce to as close to zero as possible. The primary objective is to minimize the waste sent to landfills and incinerators by focusing on reducing consumption, reusing materials, and recycling what is necessary. At its core, zero waste living promotes a circular economy, where products, materials, and resources are continuously reused, repurposed, and recycled, mimicking natural processes and reducing the environmental impact of human activity. Zero waste living is more than simply living without trash. It's about changing the way we interact with the world around us by making mindful decisions that conserve resources, minimize harm, and create a sustainable future. The goal is to keep products, materials, and resources in use for as long as possible, reducing the need for new products and decreasing the strain on the planet's natural resources. The philosophy of zero waste living. The philosophy behind zero waste living is rooted in sustainability, conscious consumption, and environmental stewardship. It is driven by a fundamental belief that our current take, make, dispose model of production and consumption is unsustainable and harmful to the planet. This wasteful model leads to pollution, resource depletion, and ecosystem destruction. Zero waste living offers a counter-approach that aims to eliminate waste by promoting resourcefulness and reducing the environmental footprint of human activities. Final thoughts. Zero waste living is not just a practical set of actions, but a holistic approach to living with intention and purpose. It challenges us to rethink how we interact with resources, how we design and consume products, and how we dispose of materials. By adopting the principles of zero waste living, we not only reduce our individual ecological footprints, but also contribute to a larger movement aimed at transforming the way our society consumes, produces, and thinks about waste. Through conscious consumption, recycling, and a commitment to sustainability, zero waste living offers a powerful path toward a healthier planet and a more mindful way of life. Common misconceptions about zero waste living. The zero waste movement has gained momentum in recent years but is still widely misunderstood. Many people hesitate to adopt a zero waste lifestyle due to myths and misconceptions that make it seem impractical, expensive, or unrealistic. In reality, zero waste living is about progress, not perfection, and it is adaptable to different lifestyles and circumstances. Let's debunk some of the most common misconceptions about zero waste living. Misconception number 1. Zero waste means producing absolutely no waste. Reality, living completely waste-free is nearly impossible in today's world. The goal of zero waste living is not about achieving absolute zero waste, but about reducing waste as much as possible. Even the most dedicated zero waste advocates still generate some waste, but they prioritize refusing, reducing, reusing, recycling, and composting to minimize their environmental footprint. What you can do instead? Focus on reducing waste in small, manageable steps. Aim for progress over perfection. Every little effort helps. Reduce the most harmful types of waste first, such as single-use plastics. Misconception number 2. Zero waste is expensive. Reality: a zero-waste lifestyle is often more affordable in the long run. While some zero-waste swaps, like stainless steel water bottles or beeswax wraps, may have a higher upfront cost, they last much longer than disposable alternatives, saving money over time. Many zero-waste habits, such as buying less, repurposing items, cooking at home, and borrowing instead of buying, actually help people save money. What you can do instead? Use what you already have before buying new zero-waste alternatives. Shop second-hand for clothes, furniture, and household items. Make DIY products like homemade cleaning supplies instead of buying expensive eco-friendly brands. Buy in bulk to reduce packaging and save money in the long term. Misconception number 3. You have to fit all your trash into a mason jar. Reality: many people associate zero waste with the image of someone fitting all their trash from an entire year into a tiny mason jar. While this is a great goal, it's not a realistic measure of success for everyone. The amount of waste you produce depends on your lifestyle, location, and personal circumstances. What you can do instead? Don't compare yourself to extreme examples, just focus on reducing waste wherever possible. Instead of tracking waste in a jar, focus on eliminating unnecessary waste like plastic bags, takeout containers, and food waste. Remember that systemic change, advocating for businesses and governments to reduce waste, is just as important as personal actions. Misconception number 4. Zero waste living is too time-consuming. Reality: while adopting new habits requires some effort at first, zero waste living often saves time in the long run. Cooking at home, buying in bulk, and using reusable products can reduce frequent trips to the store and make daily routines more efficient. What you can do instead? Start with small, easy swaps, like using a reusable water bottle and shopping bags. Batch cook meals to save time and reduce food waste. Set up a simple composting system to reduce trash without extra effort. Find a balance. Not every action has to be 100% zero waste. Misconception number 5. You need to buy a lot of special zero-waste products. Reality: you don't need to buy expensive zero-waste products to live sustainably. Many people assume they need to replace all their plastic items with glass jars, bamboo utensils, and metal straws, but this defeats the purpose of zero-waste living. The most sustainable thing you can do is use what you already have and replace items only when necessary. What you can do instead? Repurpose old containers instead of buying new ones. Use what you have before replacing plastic with eco-friendly alternatives. Look for second-hand or DIY options before purchasing new products. Misconception number 6. Zero-waste living is only for privileged people. Reality: while zero-waste living can sometimes seem inaccessible, many aspects of it are deeply rooted in traditional and low-income lifestyles. People have been reusing, repurposing, and minimizing waste for centuries, especially in cultures where wasting resources is not an option. Many zero-waste practices, such as buying less, repairing items, and cooking from scratch, are actually cost-saving and accessible to everyone. What you can do instead? Recognize that zero waste is about resourcefulness, not perfection. Find ways to reduce waste that fit your budget and lifestyle. Support community initiatives like second-hand stores, repair cafes, and food-sharing programs. Misconception number 7. Recycling is the same as zero waste. Reality: recycling is often seen as the ultimate solution to waste, but it's actually the last resort in the zero-waste hierarchy. Many materials, especially plastics, cannot be recycled effectively and often end up in landfills or the ocean. The true focus of zero-waste living is reducing waste at the source, not just recycling what we consume. What you can do instead? Prioritize refusing, reducing, and reusing before turning to recycling. Learn about what can and cannot be recycled in your area. Support businesses that use recyclable or compostable packaging. Misconception number 8. Zero-waste living won't make a real difference. Reality: while one person's actions may seem small, collective efforts lead to big changes. When more people embrace zero-waste habits, demand shifts, businesses adjust their practices, and policies change to support sustainability. What you can do instead: share your knowledge. Small actions inspire others to join the movement. Support businesses that are making efforts to reduce waste. Advocate for policy changes like bans on single-use plastics and better waste management systems. Final thoughts. Zero waste is about progress, not perfection. Zero-waste living isn't about never producing waste or following rigid rules. It's about mindfully reducing waste wherever possible. By letting go of the pressure to be perfect, and instead focusing on realistic, meaningful changes, anyone can contribute to a more sustainable world. No matter where you are on your journey, every small step toward reducing waste makes a difference. The key is to start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can.